Well, good morning, and I'm going to try to get us back on track a little bit on time. So all protocols observed. Welcome to all our distinguished guests in the front row. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today on our journey to build a water-secure world. As we all know and has been discussed, Kenya is experiencing the worst drought on record, with no sign of significant rains coming anytime soon. As I have traveled around Kenya, I asked government officials and community members, what are your priorities? And the number one priority almost universally is water. The linkages between water and a changing climate are crystal clear, perhaps more clear than they have been ever before. From historic flooding in Pakistan, leaving 1/3 of the country underwater, to the mega drought crippling the Horn of Africa, to this past weekend's atmospheric river dumping historic levels of rain in California, causing catastrophic flooding. As we've observed here in Kenya, in the Horn of Africa, and in countries spanning almost every continent, water scarcity also often serves as a cause or accelerator of conflict. Access to water can serve as a weapon of war, as we've seen in the Ukraine, where water infrastructure has been destroyed, leaving innocent civilians without essential services. Water insecurity and a lack of sanitation and hygiene products continue to risk development gains in health, economic growth, and political stability, while at the same time perpetuating gender and economic inequalities. Last June, the United States Vice President Kamala Harris launched the first ever White House Action Plan on Global Water Security. This plan will now be operationalized by the newly refreshed U.S. Water Strategy. So today, I'm announcing the new Kenya Wash Country Plan with more than $100 million in U.S. government investment over 5 years. With the release of the White House Action Plan on Global Water Security and the Global Water Strategy, the United States continues to demonstrate its strong commitment to driving progress on global water security. The U.S. government, through USAID's investments, will increase access to basic or improved water service for 1.6 million people in Kenya. These investments, prioritizing reaching people who have never had access to water and sanitation, strengthening the capacity of institutions responsible for delivering high-quality, equitable, climate-resilient services, and leveraging resources to help governments and local partners lead on sustainable water solutions. The United States recognizes that our investments must stretch much further to deliver transformational and lasting changes, which is why it is especially important for all of us to connect today. More than 20 million Kenyans still lack access to safe drinking water, affecting poor and rural populations disproportionately. We estimate an additional $600 million US dollars is needed each year to reach universal coverage by 2030. That's a big number. We are finding new ways, however, to address water insecurity and accelerating efforts to address the management of water resources. The United States is expanding investments in northeast Kenya, where USAID is working with the U.S. Geological Survey to map groundwater resources by combining geospatial data from remote sensing and traditional hydrogeological methods. Our work includes training local authorities to expand service provision, especially in arid regions where water pumps often have low productivity. By measuring the available water supply, local water agencies have the information they need to manage resources wisely and sustainably using the tools of good governance. USAID is ensuring that our country partners have the infrastructure and flexibility to prepare for future shocks by deepening our partnerships with local and national governments, the private sector, and civil society. I have seen, since I've been in Kenya, firsthand the impact that water security and access to sanitation have on people's lives. Secure access to water gives girls the opportunity to go to school and women the chance to go to work. Water makes it possible to grow food, to feed the world, run businesses, and keep us all healthy. Water promotes democracy, cooperation, and peace, all of which are critical for the acceleration of economic growth that Kenya needs to propel itself to the next level of development. The issue of water security will remain a challenge in Kenya and around the world for the foreseeable future. But I believe by working together, by doubling down on solutions that work, by continuing to experiment on how to do things better, we will collectively find the solutions. Thank you very much.